วัสดีค่ะ very good evening and welcome to Thai PBS World Tonight
สวัสดีค่ะ good evening and kicking off the program with some good news as the cabinet today has approved the civil partnership bill paving the way to grant more rights to LGBTQ plus couples. Probably still not the same as same-sex marriage, but this means that more recognition, more legal recognition and more rights will be granted. But of course, this will still pend the parliamentary debate and deliberation. So Deputy Prime Minister Wisnu Krungam said today the bill has already been sent to the House of Representatives to be debated in this parliamentary session, though he's not sure whether it will be on the statute within the life of this government. He said that the bill will be deliberated in the House in conjunction with the Move Forward Party's marriage equality bill, and this one goes a step further in seeking to legalize same-sex marriages and grant equal rights, with the government-sponsored civil partnership version bill being used as the basis. So according to Wisnu, the original bill, which was proposed by the Justice Ministry, had been amended with input from experts in several religious sectors such as Christianity, Islam and Buddhism, and fine-tuned by the Council of State before it was considered by the cabinet today. He noted the church has no objection to the bill, but wants the wording married couple to be replaced with civil partners. And in a sense, the bill will give same-sex couples almost the same rights and privileges as heterosexual couples. And as a couple, they may adopt children, secure inheritance, and engage in joint management of their assets, including property, making certain decisions regarding medical treatments on their behalf of their partners. And also similar to marriage, the minimum age for civil partnership is 17, and minors still need approval from their guardians. The bill also includes rules on separations. Neither may get married if they have registered as civil partners, either may file for divorce. That seems good news indeed, but of course, it's only just one step further. It's not yet legalized.
And it looks like the LGBTQ community in Thailand is going to be really happy because it is actually one step further for the basic rights they actually deserve as well. And it's also Pride Month as well.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much the same time. But then we will still have to wait for the parliamentary debate before it is actually legalized. And we'll talk a bit more about politics. Opposition parties are now calling for another censure debate against Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha as well as other selected ministers. So Opposition Chief Whip Sutin Kang-sang said on Monday that opposition parties will submit a motion to the House of Representatives on June 15th, seeking a no-confidence debate against Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha and a number of other ministers. And this will be the fourth censure debate against Prayut and his cabinet ministers, all of whom survived the previous no-confidence motions. The whips will meet again tomorrow to decide which ministers will be targeted from key ministries such as finance, commerce, transport, public health, and agriculture, adding that the debate will focus on several things such as corruption, mismanagement, nepotism, ethical misconduct, and unfulfilled policies. Sutin said that he does not anticipate that the opposition will be able to unseat the government with the censure debate, but that they will do their best to demonstrate to the people that the opposition is a check and balance on the government ahead of the completion of its term and a general election expected to be next year. He also said that he cannot say for sure whether the 7 renegade Pheu Thai MPs who voted in support of the budget bill will join the opposition censure debate. So it's only next week for the censure debate, so we will have to find out whether they will actually win. But Unfortunately, like we've said many times already, that many of the ministers, including the prime minister, managed to sail through all of the no confidence motions. So, yeah.
Well, it also depends on, the majority, who has a majority in the House. And the government still has a quite comfortable majority, especially, with some years ago when certain opposition members actually defected to join the government parties as well. So even though there is probably near impossible to basically get the government out, have House dissolution through this debate and vote, at least this debate would still bring about, all the important issues facing the country at the moment.
Well, with the issues that are often raised in this censure debate are pretty much the same topics, whether it's corruption, nepotism, and not being able to fulfill some of the policies that they've been talking about.
Right.
But
economic recovery as well.
Exactly. But then some of the topics might slightly differ from each censure debate as well. So we will have to find out for the upcoming one as to what they will actually talk about.
And moving on to quite a really good and a quite constructive initiative. So we discussed how flooding has been quite a repeated problem, not just in Bangkok, but of course in many parts of Thailand, especially now that we are in the rainy season. And the newly elected governor has come up with actually quite a new way of trying to clean and dredge the drainage systems and canals just to unclog them and make sure that, when it rains heavily again, the water will just keep flowing and not just being stuck on the roads, for example. Bangkok Governor Chachad Sittipan said the BMA will start hiring prisoners to clear a target of 500 kilometers of the capital's drainage system from July 1st onwards, after a meeting with Corrections Department Director General Ayut Sintopan. With a budget of 15 million baht, Chachad said that 100 kilometers of the drainage system will be cleared first, while admitting that the cost is a bit higher than the one proposed by the private sector, but the quality of work is expected to be better. The newly elected governor aims to get a total of 500 kilometers of drains cleared within 4 months. And this cooperation between the BMA and the Corrections Department was initiated by Justice Minister Somsak Sutin, who said prisoners could help in doing this kind of work. And basically, they would earn some income while being able to contribute back to society as well. And Chachad said the city administration can deal directly with the Corrections Department without requiring a contract bidding process. He said the prisoners must be treated like ordinary citizens, so regarding pay and welfare, and of course they can't be forced into it, they must take part voluntarily. And each district office has been instructed to identify the areas where they would like the drains to be cleared first. And the governor also preferred the work to commence even before July 1st itself, noting that, of course, people are now impatient to get this flooding problem fixed.
And while the drain clearing is underway, he said that he would like residents to take a look at what is found inside the drainage system. This is because in some areas there is a large amount of grease, and this indicates that grease traps have not been installed in those neighborhoods. And currently there are about 6,500 kilometers of main drainage pipes in the capital, including 2,000 kilometers which are the responsibility of the Department of Drainage and Sewerage. The remaining 4,500 kilometers of smaller drains under the care of each of the 50 districts. Meanwhile, Ayud said that all the prisoners from 10 prisons who will work on the drain clearing will be handpicked because of their good behavior, adding that each will receive 70% of their pay for the work after they complete their prison terms. So this is a great initiative that they're using prisoners with the drains and the canal work as well. And on the other side of it, it is also nice to see that Bangkok Governor Chathas Sittipan has been doing a lot of work actually, and physical work to begin with, so that things are actually getting fixed in Bangkok.
It's been just, let's just say, just a week, right?
Yeah, a week or 2 weeks.
He starting, assuming office, and there's been reports as well that he's been, waking up so early, and even waking up his own assistant, for example, and other officials he's having meetings with. So, of course, seems really active, and we do hope things are going to get done real soon.
Exactly. And now let's move on to this drama. For the past 5 years, we've been hearing stories about this lottery drama between a teacher and a retired police officer as to who actually owns the 5 first prize lottery tickets worth about 30 million baht. And after 5 years of courtroom battles and out-of-court drama between these two people, the Supreme Court has finally ruled that the retired police lieutenant Dorun Wimun is the real owner of the lottery tickets. The Supreme Court's decision, which was read this morning at the Kanchanaburi Provincial Court, upholds 2 lower courts' acquittal of Dorun on charges of misappropriation filed against him by Kanchanaburi Provincial Police. So the drama dates back to November 1st, 2017, when Dorun discovered that the 5 lottery tickets which he bought from a vendor at the Red City in Mueang District of Kanchanaburi Province had won the first prize in the November draw. However, 2 days later, a school teacher, Prisha Kruan, filed a complaint with the district police, claiming that his 5 lottery tickets of the same numbers had gone missing. On November 28th, the government lottery office informed the police that the 13 million baht cash prize had already been claimed by Dorun. Police then summoned both Prisha and Dorun in an attempt to settle their dispute, but to no avail. The Central Institute of Forensic Science also got involved with this drama when it was asked to check the tickets for fingerprints. The institute reported in December that fingerprints on some of the tickets matched those of Dorun. A police committee was also set up to investigate the case, and it concluded that Dorun was in the wrong and he was charged with misappropriation. However, in 2019, 2 years later, the Kanchanaburi Provincial Court acquitted Dorun of the misappropriation charge. Prisha appealed the verdict, and a year later, the appeals court upheld Dorun's acquittal on grounds that Prisha was not the damaged party and had no standing to file the charges in the first place. The school teacher then appealed again, but the acquittal was upheld today by the Supreme Court. So finally, the 5-year drama over this 30 million baht lottery prize is finally over.
Would you say it is worth it?
Well,
almost 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, it may seem worth it for the amount of money, but then it's just completely unbelievable.
Right, exactly. Well, who knows? Everyone differs in this sense, but this much amount of money, of course, some people might just say it is really worth it to, fight it through.
Exactly. And because of this drama, many people were really interested about this matter, and some people made jokes out of it as well.
Right. And still staying on the same topic as lotteries, but it seems that the popularity of physical lotteries have dropped in light of the new introduction of online lottery system. And the government is actually planning to allocate more of these online tickets, because actually 5 million of them have been snapped up in just less than 5 days. So the government lottery office will consider whether to increase the lottery ticket sales digitally. After about 5.2 million were just snapped up in 4 days and 6 hours after the launch on the service of a Baotang platform last Thursday. The GLO director said the public response was so overwhelming that there remain more than 10 million traditional lottery tickets available for the June 16 draw. So basically, maybe the crowd did not increase, but they moved to the online one instead. And he said that at his meeting on June 23rd, the GLO board will discuss whether it is possible to increase available digital online also lottery tickets by means of allocating tickets from the reserves of advance bookings. He also said the GLO will improve its online sales system to accommodate more vendors, including the disabled who want to join the online sales system. And GLO board chairman Lawarron Sangsanit said the GLO will keep a close watch on the online system to make sure that it works smoothly, especially the automatic notification of winners. Smaller prizes can be claimed online and the winners will be charged a 1% fee, which is actually the same rate charged by banks. Digital lottery tickets are sold online at 80 baht per ticket, which is actually the original price set by the GLO to tackle the problem of overpricing, in which some tickets have been priced as high as 130 baht. And if the numbers, are really auspicious or, consider lucky numbers, it can actually go much higher than that as well. And that has been, rampant. Persisting problem where you just find overpriced tickets everywhere. But this online system hopefully will come in to solve the problem.
Right, but it is really interesting that the interest has gone up for the digital lottery tickets as well.
Right. Do share with us what you think and whether or not you're interested in this online lottery as well. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Thai PBS World Tonight. You can catch us like this every weekday at 7 p.m. right here on Facebook and YouTube Live.
And don't forget to follow us on social media, including our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest updates as well as analyses. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ